Hello scrapbooking friends, and thank you for joining me for another process video. So today I'm documenting CJ here, full name Charford Jack, but we call him CJ, and he resides at the Isle of Wight Donkey Sanctuary, and he's buddies with my best boy Elvis. So Elvis and CJ are my best boys really. And then in the background there, that could possibly be Sammy. I think that's Sammy. Not Sammy, sorry, Poncho. I think that's Poncho. So yeah, one 4x6 photo mounted onto tracing paper, torn tracing paper, and then I've got black, brown, which is Java, Bazzill Basics, and white textured cardstocks. The black and the white are American Crafts. So what I've done is I've cut 1/2 inch off of two sides of the brown, the Java, and I've mounted that onto the black to create a black frame, and then I've just torn across all 4 sides of the white textured cardstock, and I've stuck all those down together. I've mounted those all to you know, in layers on top of each other. I've got a grey tag here, and I've set an eyelet into that, and I've got some black baker's twine here. I've already popped the date on there because I've mounted this onto foam, and I thought, yeah, I did that before I mounted it onto foam because it was slightly easier to do that. It's a simple layout. I've got the title here is just going to be CJ, and these American Crafts Thickers called Wisecrack, and they're very old. I think they're like 10 years old or something. I got several packets in a sale one time, still working my way through them, and they're pretty much my most favourite ones ever. A cork heart that I've punched out using my Fiskars thick heart punch here. A wood heart that I've inked with Archival ink in Acorn, and I've put a little bit of gesso onto this little white button heart, just to, you know, give some nice contrast there. And I've used this cork here that I've punched out, this adhesive cork that I used in a previous video, just to punch out that little heart. So simple layout, like I've said before. And if you ever want an idea for a simple layout, you know, sometimes people get a bit stumped, don't they? And for me, it would always be title, photo, journaling. So, you know, centered vertically. You could also do extra photos across the center of the page and still have that central section. And you could, you know, extend your embellishments as much as you like, which is what I quite often do. So yeah, just an idea. I'm sure if you follow me, you'll know that already because it's what I do a lot. But yeah, just to set out a simple idea for a layout, title, photo, journaling. Right, we're going to pop CJ's initials down here. So CJ here is in Elvis's herd, so they are friends. They've done many outreach work. They've done a lot of outreach work together over the years. They go to lots of places together, community events and things like the county show. CJ and Elvis have both got Cushing's disease, which is a hormonal imbalance, pituitary gland. Humans can get it too. So they don't really do community work so much now, but they both have there's a medication that they take, and yeah, they're both doing fine. But it does sometimes mean that they're not so good, their condition is not so great, so it can affect their condition. You can see CJ's coat here looks quite straggly, even though we're sort of in the summer period. And this was after I'd given him a really good groom, so yeah, it does affect their condition, but they both do fine. Yeah, he's a good boy, CJ. He's definitely right up there, top of my fondness level, alongside Elvis. I like to see him as often as I can, and this day in particular, which was just the other day, I shouted him and he came to me, and there were some visitors there as well. Visitors were sort of there as I shouted him, and he came, bless him, he came trotting over to me, and yeah, I don't know, it doesn't always happen that way, but I think the visitors were quite impressed. It's quite cute as well. And then he stayed very patient whilst I gave him a thorough groom. So I had been intending to go up to another field to groom Molly and Dolly donkeys. I just fancied grooming them, but I'd been asked to go and find Rambo donkey for a visitor. So Rambo's in the same herd as Elvis and CJ. And because I'd gone all the way up there and CJ came over, I ended up grooming CJ because it was the end of the day, and yeah, I didn't have a lot of time left for grooming. So yeah, I did CJ. I'll do Dolly and Molly next time. I'm just getting out my Gelly Roll pen, 10 Sakura gel pen. I was going to use this brown Energel pen, but I decided to use the tag. I was thinking of writing directly on the page, but then I thought, no, I think I'll use a tag, so I'm going to have to use the white pen for that, which is why I've just grabbed that. So yeah, he had a really good groom, and yeah, he's a good boy. He does come over quite often to say hello to me. I don't know whether it's because, you know, he likes me or knows me or just wants food. I'm not sure, but I'll take it either way. Get these little hearts down. I'm still using up this little bit of glue that was left in here. Sorry about that, it's really annoying shaking glue on camera. Makes me dizzy. I'm sure it makes you dizzy. So we'll use the one that's been upside down, the high-tack glue. And I thought what I'd do is pop this little heart here, right in this sort of, nestle it into that little section there, and then add the other hearts around that. And today I'm just doing one section of embellishment with the hearts, because I was thinking of the layout, and I always have to do hearts on donkey layout, so I was grabbing the hearts, and these are the ones that I thought I'd pop on here. I didn't want to put one of the larger corrugated hearts on here. I tried it sort of here and it didn't look right, so I thought I'm just going to do one little cluster of hearts, which is quite unusual, because more often than not I would do like 3 in different sections, and you know, now I'm saying that too, I'm thinking that I would like to do that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just leave it as it is with the little cluster here of the little hearts. So yeah, I really want to add more title, glitter, lovely glittered title there. I do like my glitter, and of course, you know, CJ, he deserves a bit of glitter, doesn't he? A bit of bling. And so yeah, very simple, just three layers of textured cardstock, 1 layer of tracing paper, 1 4x6 portrait photo, and the little embellishment cluster here. And then, as I say, I'm going to do the writing on here. I've already added the date, and then we've got the baker's twine here. So once I've done the writing, I'll adhere that to the page, and more than likely adhere this to the page, which I like to do, and then I think this layout would probably be finished. So I'll just pop off and do the writing, and then I'll be back with you. I think I've actually got 2 here. I've got 2. I've actually set an eyelet into 2 without realising it, so I'll use that as a, I'll probably cut the side off and use that as a journaling piece at another time. I could have just left it, but you know, may as well use it. It's another bit of paper or card to use, isn't it, from the stash. Right, I'll just pop off and do the writing. Okay, so that's the writing done. I've just said I called CJ and he trotted over. I gave him a thorough groom, but he still looks a little scruff. I actually wanted to say scruffy, but I couldn't fit that on, so it says scruff. I think that's okay, because we do say like scruff bag and things like that, so I didn't want to like waste the tag and start all over again. So yeah, it's I'm leaving it as that, and then I'm just popping that flat to the page. Add a little bit of adhesive here where I want that to fall. Not sure where I want it to fall actually. Oh, maybe like that. And then I feel as though that's extending that way and that's extending that way, so that's a nice balance there. A bit extra glue going on there. Right, okay, so we're finished. Like I say, quick, simple layout, simple design, go-to design for me, and a lovely page documented of Charford Jack there. So once again, stay safe, take care, thank you very much for joining me, and I shall see you next time.